Hi, everyone, and welcome to this Friday's Mobile Lifestyle Chat sponsored by Verizon Wireless. It's 4 o'clock on the East Coast, and I hope everyone's getting ready for a fun holiday weekend. We talked today about tablets and all of the many things you can use a tablet for. Many times we buy it for one reason, and we're here to help you find other reasons that you might want to try out to enjoy your tablet. And I am joined by Robin, multitasking Robin. How are you, Robin?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very impressed at how well you can do both run the Twitter chat questions and jump on the recap to help us, sort of distill the key learnings of the Twitter chat.
I love doing parties. I mean, who else gets, it's so great that I have a job that lets me have a party every Friday afternoon. It's fun.
Yes. And I do love our Fridays, and I was telling everyone that we're going to actually have some evening chats coming up in the month of June. You're gonna see our schedule shift so that we can invite more people and just find us at different times of the day. So we're gonna have parties at night, parties in the middle of the day, parties on a Friday before a holiday weekend. So
party.
Yeah, we just like our parties way too much. And today we're going to give away.
Yeah, our people like our parties too, so it's good.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. This is our prize today, and we are, and certainly during the recap, I can hear Marty, so I don't know if you all can hear him, but you can all wave and say hi. He's behind the controls, as is our producer, Marty. So, Robin, let's do this in the way that I think most of us think of. So, the summary of the basic ways we use our tablet. We read books, we listen to music, we watch TV shows, all of our reruns. We watch Hulu Plus, Netflix, all of that. We watch movies when we travel. What are some of the other sort of more basic things that people use their tablets for?
You really can use your tablet for just about anything you can use your phone for. So a lot of people are already familiar with the smartphone, but the tablet, not everybody has a dock on your tablet to make phone calls. So you can even do that. It's a little bit different. And I love that everybody in the family can get so much out of a tablet, because even the really young kids to the really older people, they do really well with tablets too, along with everybody in the middle. So your tablet is really a do-all device. It's one of the best devices, I think, to have. Sometimes even better than a smartphone, because I love the bigger size of it.
Yeah, I think it's true in so many ways. When you can read a book. I was just looking at the screen of the Note 4, which I just love this phone. There's just so many things to love about this phone. You can read okay, but when you actually grab your tablet and you're reading on there, the experience is so much better. And, it feels like an actual book, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. And it depends on which tablet you get, what size you have in that. And some of the tablets now really can replace a notebook. I know my Surface Pro 3 tablet replaces my laptop when I travel. I don't travel with a laptop anymore. So not all of the tablets can have quite that much power, but they're still really versatile devices and just so amazing for so many things. And that's what we talked about during the Twitter party today, is really, how to use the tablet in so many more ways than what people are thinking of.
Yeah, true. The other thing that I've loved tablets for, which are hard to do with any other device, is I'm one of those people that, I used to have a lot of books and for cooking and recipes thrown in there. You copy a recipe, you get a recipe. It's like a bit of a mess. So, but I go online. So now they're all on the cloud, the recipes that I love. Like I'm trying this croissant bread pudding tomorrow. But you have to follow the recipe. I don't know it well enough not to. And so when you have a tablet and you can just put it in the kitchen where you're actually putting everything together, it's so much easier to navigate. You can actually also swipe easily. And I find cooking and following recipes is one of the things the tablets were almost made for. Don't you think?
I agree, because when you have a phone, you will have to pick, unless you're really, really young and have great eyes, you will have to pick it up to see what you're looking at on a recipe, as opposed to a tablet. Look how much bigger the screen is. And I can sit that on my counter and just see what's going on. And some of them, like the Windows devices, have that hands-free motion. So you just wave your hand to go to the next step, which we talked about on one of our trips. And it's so cool to be able to do that. You don't even have to touch the screen to go to the steps. So it really is great.
I also noticed many of the airlines, you know, have the small tablets, you know, kind of already on the seats in front of you. But if you don't want to pay, because now those are all paid, chances, and even I think in the case of certain things on flights like JetBlue, you actually have to pay to watch. So you can just bring your tablet and watch your own content. Fascinating to me that with Gaiam TV, which is 99 cents a month, and I know I work for that brand because I also love it, so it's full disclosure, but I download yoga classes that I want to be able to do when I get to my destination, you know, 30-minute yoga classes. It's right there on my tablet. I just put it in a certain way and I can follow along. It's there's so many applications now that make it so easy to just put everything on the tablet, use the cloud if you want to work on a document. And like you say, you have your Surface Pro 3, which is such a great, powerful device, but even less powerful devices, you know, the lighter tablets are just as useful in some cases for, you know, a quick work thing if you have to do that.
I agree. And so talking about traveling and stuff, that's one thing I've noticed about the tablets. They fit really well on those little bitty tables on the airplane seats when you're traveling, as opposed to a big laptop. You know, people try to pull out these big giant laptops on the planes and it's crazy. It just doesn't fit. They don't have any room to, you know, they're like this for typing and stuff. And the tablets really are much nicer for traveling on the airplanes. And I love them for that. And you don't have to buy the internet, you know, so you have the internet option on most planes these days, but you don't even have to have it if you're working on things that are held within the hard drive of your tablet.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Tell me what would you say is the benefit of having a connected tablet, you know, one with service and one that's just Wi-Fi only? Why would a tablet with service potentially be a better option for what kind of lifestyle do you think?
The best way I can say it is convenience, because it's so easy just to open your tablet, boom, it's connected to the internet. Just like your phone is always connected to the internet. If you have a connected tablet on your plan, then boom, it's just always connected. There are other options, of course, but the sheer convenience of being connected all of the time, or even if you don't have a smartphone necessarily that does everything you want, if you have an older one but you want to buy a new tablet, if you have that tablet on Wi-Fi, you can do all of these great things that we talk about all the time on your tablet, even if you can't do it on your phone. So it's a really great device to have at home, to have at work, to have at school, just all sorts of things. And have that instant connection is just perfect.
Yeah, it's very true. I know, Marty, I wanted Marty to run one of those videos that we had queued up for you all to see. It's a very short one. Marty, did you want to run that video for us showing some of the tablet capabilities? Whichever one you liked. Oh yeah, one of the key things, you're right, Marty. One of the key things we wanted to do was also, since our kids play with the tablets so much, here's a quick video to show you how you can set up content filters on them and make sure that they're protected from inappropriate content and contact.
With content filters, you can manage the type of content that can be accessed on each device on your plan through My Verizon. To set your content filter preferences, go to vzw.com/content filters, select Add Now, and sign into your My Verizon account. Or if you're already signed in, you can type content filters into the search box at the top of the page and hit enter. Then click on Content Filters My Verizon from the search results. You'll then see an overview of what type of content filters can be filtered and how. To get a more detailed description of each content rating filter, hover over the question mark icon to the right of each content filter level. Each line in your service is displayed to show the filters already in place. All devices come with no content filter by default. When you're ready to change the content filters, click the Edit Filters link. If your device is capable of content filters, you'll be able to select which type of filter you want on each line. If your device is not capable, you'll see a message stating that content filters are not available. If your device is capable, click the radio button under the column of the desired filter for any line of your choosing. When you have each line set to the filters you choose, scroll down and read and accept the terms and conditions by clicking the box in the lower left-hand corner. Then click the Submit button. Depending on the number of edits you're making, you might receive a pop-up window that asks you to confirm the changes you've requested. If everything looks good, click Submit the changes, and you'll then receive a confirmation message. It's that easy to set content filters through My Verizon.
Great. So I hope you enjoyed looking at that. It's just an important reminder that for younger kids, some content is not ideal. You don't want to be explaining things before you're ready to explain. And so content filters, as well as just, keeping an eye on some limits of screen, that is pure entertainment. Of course, now we have play screen, we have academically valuable screens. So be sure you know the distinctions. But content filters are always a great idea to install. And I think you would argue the same thing also for Windows phones, right? To have that great Kids Corner feature. Robin?
Everything, yes, definitely. And even so there's a kids portion like that on the HTC One M9 that we're using too, which is the newer Android device. And it has a kids area like that, so you can block a lot of that stuff and you don't have to worry about it as much once you hand it off. And the other thing I would say, I mentioned this during the chat, is if you're going to download apps for your kids, or if you're letting them download apps, you really need to look at them first. There are amazing educational and fun videos and apps for kids out there, but a lot of them are ad-based, different things and you really need to check them out first before you just hand off the device to your child and let them kind of run with it. Check it out and see what kind of ads they're running, see what they're able to get to or not. Even if you're in the safe mode for kids and stuff, it's just always a good idea to check it out first.
Yeah, it's so true. Just, play around with it. As with anything else, if you don't know about something or if you're not sure about a book title, although likely your child's going to pick up a book that is recommended by the school. My daughter was quite young when one of her friends was reading the Twilight series, and it was just a little too, sexually charged content for me to be comfortable with her at that age to be reading it. So it's really important, like with anything else, that you take a test drive of the games, the apps, and the, any of the devices that your kids want to play with. So one of the things that, Robin, that I always think about with tablets is durability. Do you have preferred cases that you use for your tablets?
So I don't personally use a lot of cases on my devices. It's just my own little thing. However, my husband, my son, his girlfriend, they are crazy hard on their devices. OtterBox and LifeProof are some of the best ones for durability. LifeProof has some waterproof cases that you can get for your tablets. You can take them to the pool, to the beach without really worrying about them. I know a lot of people like to use a Ziploc bag in their kitchen for tablets. And while it's not a terrible, terrible idea, it's not meant for tablets necessarily, and there's no breathing and stuff in there. So I would really encourage people to get a case that suits their needs, whether it's for dropping, if you have a kid that's playing with it, or if you're outside a lot, if you're around water or other liquids and stuff a lot, or dirt and things. Get a case that really is going to protect your tablet, because they are investments. They cost $100, and you just don't want them to break and crack and get ruined in that. So really look at them. And Verizon in their stores, especially if you have a destination store, they have so many cases to pick from. It's amazing. And then
very true. Very true. We're going to give away the Moto X. This is a really great device. In fact, I think this Moto X also has a beautiful bamboo finish. It's very, very striking. Speaking of tablets, it actually comes a little bit, protected for you. I just wanted to remind everyone that next week we have a great chat. We actually talk about all of the additional things that you may not yet be doing with your smartphone that you could be. As you know, we actually use less than 30% of the capabilities of these very powerful devices. And so next week, Robin, we're going to talk about smartphone FAQs and just helping you make the most of it and find new applications and new ways to make it better for you. So
that'll be a great topic. I'm sure everybody will learn a lot. And there's so much out there. People are amazed. I mean, every day, don't you show somebody your phone and they go, I didn't know I could do that. And they're like amazed. And I still learn every single day. I'm learning new things that I can do with my devices as well. And I do these all the time, all day long.
It's true. If you say that you're learning things all the time, then that's reason enough for everyone, for the rest of us, to know that there's probably a lot more that we don't know. Also including things like, features about battery charges and all of those things that, help you, like if you're running out of battery, what are some of the things you can do to preserve as much as possible, things like that are useful, because we're all sometimes in those situations where you're looking at your phone and you're like under 20% battery and you still have a whole day to go. And so we're going to be talking about all of those things next week, and we're going to give away some great prizes actually next week. So be sure to come back. Robin, I want to thank you. I'm going to announce the winner, but I also want to thank you for all of the great advice and the tips and the resources that you're always sharing with us, and for coming on the recap today.
You are very welcome. I love doing both of those things all the time. And if we missed your question during the chat today, don't forget to go to our Facebook page at The Online Mom, and we will answer you there, or give us a shout out, me or Monica or the Tech Dad or Geek Babe, and we will try to answer your questions to the best that we can.
Yes, we will. We will always answer your questions. We go back through the stream. If we miss it for some reason, indeed, as Robin said, come to facebook.com/theonlinemom and ask it over there, and we will be sure to answer it. Also, we will see you next week. And the winner of the Moto X today is at Yoda One Librarian. How exciting. If you're indeed a librarian, and we do need to explain. Somebody posted a librarian is actually the center, the command center of a school, and certainly of a law firm, and all of these places that have librarians. So congratulations to you for winning the Moto X today. Please DM us your shipping information and we'll be sure to ship it out to you. This is the one that you're going to be getting. So congratulations. Thanks again, Robin, and thanks to all of you for joining us. See you.